morning, everybody. Jason, Pete, Hollis Farms. I didn't think it was supposed to rain till this afternoon, and it's kind of spotty right now. It's raining hard back there not far from the house, and we're about halfway over here to Mississippi, and it's still raining. Hadn't got enough service yet to pull the radar up, but it's looking kind of like the loggers might get rained out this morning, but it was hard to tell exactly on the radar when we left, so we'll have to get up here and get service and kind of see what it looks like it's going to do. And it could stop right up here and not be dry as a bone that way, but looks like a pretty good shot. They might get rained out today, but we're going to run on down here and see anyway. Don't want to mess. Alright, we made it down. It's drizzling just a little bit, but I think it's about over. I don't think it's going to hurt us this morning. We'll run down here and see what kind of start they got this morning, or yesterday afternoon when they got moved. I had to leave before they got started. And if I can get in here, I ain't got a Ranger. I can drive right in here with the truck. I may go get a Ranger, but probably not with it raining. I kind of show y'all what our plan on this little spot is. Like I said, this is some trees that we planted years ago. That's gonna be probably 24 to 26 years on these trees. There's still dry dirt under these trees that's hanging over up here, so it ain't rained a lot. I took the dozer and made a crossing right here. I'm gonna try to ride right in here in the truck, and we'll kind of look and show you what we're doing. Guess if I get stuck, they can pull me out. So we got a pretty good mud hole right here. I may come around from the other side and we'll look at it, but we're gonna clear cut a few acres right back there and then start thinning this. And what we're working on over here, like I said, these are trees that we planted ourselves. All this right here was farm fields when we got this. Well, there is some major bad mosquitoes right in here. But anyway, all this is farm fields. Was farm fields, and like I said, this is gonna be, I'm 46. It's gonna be 25 to 26 years old. Maybe 27. I can't remember exactly when we planted it. Anyway, I was 19, 20, 21. But anyway, we got to thinking when we first got this place. There's a little river right over there, and all the turkeys roosted on the other side, and it was nearly 15 years before we had a turkey ever roost on this side. And you'd have to sit on this river on the edge of it, and we've caught a bunch of them across it. They would spend some time in these fields during the day and then roost on the other side. And it's been, 10 to 15 years when they started roosting on this side. So we kind of got into a deal here. Some of these trees that we're going to clear cut are just a little too young, but what we're going to start doing over the next, say, 10 years is start patch clear cutting and thinning, and then all the way around the perimeter. I'm going to show y'all that here in a minute. We're going to leave a strip all the way around of trees that we'll never clear cut until some of these other trees get up to roosting size. So my main objective is to kind of get this section kind of back in rotation to where we never lose our turkey roosting. That's the main goal right here, and it's just going to take some time since the trees are all the same age. Some of them will be clear cut just a little bit early, and some of them a little late, but kind of our plan to work this thing to where of course it'll help the deer hunting too with these clear cuts. excuse me, but we just don't want to lose the turkey roosting. So I'm gonna back out of here and see if I can ride around to the other side. I don't think they're gonna get rained out today. And then I'll try to show y'all kind of where we're gonna leave the roosting around the perimeter. Kind of interesting. I think they got a pretty good start yesterday. These are gonna be some good trees over here. Another reason we wanted to move over here is because it's not gonna be just a ton of pulpwood. Pulpwood market is awful right now. We needed to get in some logs and chipping saw and stuff to where we can move the wood. And that's what we plan on doing. This is gonna be interesting little start to a project over here. But I get out here on the road and I'll kind of show y'all what our plan is. I kind of feel funny riding in here in a truck. I know most of these people do it, loggers and everything. I never hardly get off our main road unless I'm on a Ranger. But if it don't rain anymore, it's just kind of drizzling right now. They're gonna be able to work, I believe. All right, so here's what we got. This long, you can see this long road. I know my windshield's nasty, but this long road right here, I'm gonna end up, there's gonna be, of course, the clear cuts back there, and then they're gonna be thinning all back in here. There's a bunch of gums down through here. I'm gonna do my best to get all that mess out of there and probably leave about 100 foot out there or so of trees that it'll be years before we clear cut them, just to give the turkeys kind of a perimeter here to roost. They like to come down this long strip, and I want to always have them somewhere to fly up and roost. I get down here to this corner where the road turns. I'll show you all a little more. Kind of interesting to play with, and got to think about it a lot, because don't never want to lose our turkey roosting. I don't necessarily worry as much about the deer, because if you work in a place for turkeys and take care of them, you always gonna have the deer. These trees turned out good. It's about the second or third time that we've planted trees ourselves years ago and clear cutting them. Had a comment one day asking about planting them back. We don't plant them anymore. The way we planted them back years ago was with a tractor and a tree planter, and these clear cuts and stuff, it'd just be too hard for us to do that. It's just a lot smarter these days to hire a crew and they come in here and do it by hand. We generally always bed these things, and I've showed y'all them beds that they bed them with the bulldozer. Just gets that tree up on out of the standing water and stuff, and just gives it a good chance. Alright, the road I was on is back that way, and I'm still sitting on, and it turns right here. They're gonna come all the way. This is of course a food plot right here. They're gonna come all the way to this point and turn and go that way a pretty long way, thinning, and starting down at the end of this road, just about as far as you can see, we're gonna drop back in there about 100 foot, and we might do a little thinning, but the more I look at it, I'm gonna probably not, I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about that, but regardless, we'll leave a section all the way down there as far as you can see, coming back this way about 150 foot in, that we won't touch for years, and we'll always have roosting, because them turkeys love to come around here, and they pecking along here late in the evening. They can just fly right up in the tree and roost. And we may end up doing some of that on this same side all the way around, but I just do not want to lose my roosting, and I almost don't even want to thin them. I'm thinking about leaving it like it is, where you don't take a chance on wind damage or anything like that. I'm gonna see if I can ride down there and make sure it ain't too much. This may be called my logging strategy video. Them are some good trees. Very few died out of them. I'm pretty proud of what we did on that. But it's due a thinning. I think we're gonna be all right. We may be able to ride around the back side of where they're clear cutting now. Not used to riding a truck around down in here. Alright, so I made it around here where they got started. I mean, normally them trees, they're very close to clear cut size, but if it wasn't for this situation, we might be thinning them, but they've been whacking on them. They had a pretty good afternoon once they finally got started. I think they cut around this corner here. Yep. It's gonna look good. Give them a couple more days, we'll really be able to see. That's gonna be some good wood right there. And trees always fool me until we get them on the ground. They bigger than they look. They got a few laid there that they got to skid out there this morning. It's a pretty good patch of sawtooth right here. Y'all see Brian and them like to hunt over here at this spot a good bit. They loaded too. These trees right here are just about always loaded with some good sawtooth. They always get some good action around here. Alright, got Pete put up for a minute and run down here and check on them pushing in these sawtooths. I ain't sure if he ain't just about done. I think he's gonna finish it today. I thought it had rained more down here than it did, but it hadn't. It's gonna work out pretty good. That's just a little patch right here. We're finna get back over here to this bigger area. Real excited about this right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He is almost done. Let me tell you, don't that look good right there? I mean, got this looking good. I'm liable to have a stand or something up in these sawtooths come deer season. Some of them on the other side is a little bigger than this. These sawtooth acorn trees right here is loaded too. Bunch of them. Tree right there big enough to put our saddle in. I believe he's just about on his last row. All he got to do is go to this bush hog road right here. He is just about got this done. Have a few burn piles, but we're gonna be all right. Maybe a little bit of rain might have helped. I know y'all can't hardly see them right there. There's a doe and two little ones right there. Good mama right there. We're liable to get out here and see a big old rattlesnake. Maybe not. It's like a little more smaller stuff out here. We'll be doing some spraying out here. Got a little bit more left, I think. Alright, y'all, had a pretty good day today. They're getting a good start on the logging down there at the new spot they moved to. They just finished in the sawtooth with the skidder with the root rake on it. They did a super job on that. Now all I got to do is get me get my spray rig rigged up, and we're gonna spray and probably mostly Roundup to kill all that hardwood competition and stuff out of there, especially on top of them stump rows where we can't do any bush hogging or anything. First thing I want to do is get all that hardwood competition that's under the sawtooth knocked out, completely out. And then it'll be, I don't know when I'll burn them piles. It probably needs to be really cold where it don't kill my sawtooth, and then kind of spray it and then kind of see what comes back up and see what we need to do, continue to spray a little bit or bush hog it. So it's going to be a pretty long project, but I believe it's going to work. But anyway, about to call it a day. Had a good day. Y'all don't forget, check us out, hollisfarms.com, hats, t-shirts, and stickers. Appreciate y'all watching. Out of here.